Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Sibo, for organizing this unique event. It's very important for the civilization. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, today I would like to present the hate speech case in Burma, the hate speech against Rohingya Muslim community by radical elements in Burma. I think that I'm going to go to the specifics that can be used as a model system, like a case study with the specifics to see how this kind of complicated, institutionalized hate speech can be prevented, how to address it, and how to build bridges between the communities, among the communities. How the international community, the civilization can learn from this intricate hate speech scenario faced by Rohingya community in Burma. Hate speech is a major driving force in Arakan state in Burma, where Rohingya Muslims have been driven out. There have been violence took place against them, brutal killings, mass population movement, internal displacement, and refugee crisis in Southeast Asia nations, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, India, Sri Lanka. These all countries are affected basically by hate speech because.
Interrupt you for a second. Could I ask people to please turn off their cell phones in the room? Thanks.
These countries are affected by this hate speech. I'll get one more minute from you. So this is the situation faced by Rohingya people. This is unique situation in Burma hate speech because it's not a simple hate speech by a group against another group. It is semi-community and semi-government institutionalized. It's part of the ethnic cleansing policy. Previous government in Burma, military government, is used as a tool against Rohingya Muslims at ethnic cleansing. How sophisticated it was is unbelievable. Information ministry and other government media did not openly did hate speech, but they set the stage, provide the ground for hate speech. There was allegation against Rohingya community that are the native of those Arakan, native. The Rohingya people were there before Burma was there. Rohingya people did not come to Bangladesh as an illegal immigrant. Rohingya people did not go to Burma. Burma came to Rohingya. Burma came to land of Rohingya. So now Burmese government want to eliminate the population as part of the rapid growth of nationalism, religious extremism. So what government has done is use the extremist elements in the community, such as radical Buddhist monks. Unlike Dalai Lama, these are radical monks. The government has used them for hate speech. So what happened? When hate speech is rampant in the country, people are, as our panelist has indicated, not sophisticated. People are not educated. Illiteracy is low. So this religious extremist has used this as a mobilization tool for violence, through dehumanization of Rohingya, part of the ethnic cleansing policy. That's how hate speech will become very, very effective. It is not one group versus another group, simple hate speech. It is very sophisticated, intricate, and institutionalized. So this, for example, the hate speech, some of the toxic, venomous statement made by hate speech people, the radical elements, that these illegal Bengali are coming to Arakan and they are going to Islamization. They are going to Islamize your state. There's going to be Islamization of Arakan state, and race and religion will be eliminated by these people coming illegally from another country. So while this population the locals, these Buddhists, are not sophisticated, they are not well educated, they believe this kind of argument, this kind of hate speech, that their religion, their race is going to be eliminated by invasion of these forces from outside, xenophobic ideology. So then people react and cause violence. This violence you may have seen on the YouTube, on internet, how gruesome those killings and violence took place. So now where is the government? Government could not do anything and will not do anything because they are not maybe not entire government, but part of the government. Some institutions in the government are behind this hate speech, so they will not take action. So that's how they have mobilized. So this type of situation is very challenging. This has become freedom of speech versus hate speech. In the fledgling democracy in Burma, where human right is a fundamental value of democracy, and freedom of speech is fundamental value of democracy, whether that democracy is flourishing in Burma, and hate speech has taken the central stage. So how we can learn from this, how international community can learn from this intricate hate speech situation. And this is the type of challenge that this civilization must overcome. Thank you very much. And reconciliation and dialogue is really a great tool in this hate speech, alleviation of hate speech. But unfortunately, there are not only one type of hate speech. There are different types of hate speech, the complexity in it. So what do we do? We have to think, what do we do if hate speech is institutionalized? The people who are expressing hate speech are not the source. That type of situation in terms of Rohingya, hate speech against Rohingya in Burma, I'm going to go into specific again. How do you deal with that? The person, the monks who are preaching hate are not really the source. Source is behind the scene. So you can engage with the monk, you can engage with the people who are expressing hate speech, but they are not controlling the agenda. So then it goes to institutional issue. This hate speech is, if institutional, then you have to go to the source and engage with the institution. And that become, that institution is basically government policy. And that become much more challenging. Can this institution, who are devising that strategy, much in the sophisticated way, are going to sit down with you and admit that they are doing it, and they will negotiate with you. That's going to be almost like chasing the rainbow, so to speak. So that's why I think, unfortunately, this type of hate speech, what's in Burma, is very challenging. It's monumental task. There's no an object, and there was not a point where you want to follow. So that's why I think international community, I think, need to have a strategic initiative how to deal this type of hate speech coming from the different sources, how to deal with that strategically, and using maybe political muscle, so to speak, to alleviate this hate speech situation.
Thanks.